It's scary. It's
funny.
scary for Liverpool. And I saw a tweet from a Manchester United fan saying, "Thank God Liverpool beat us to sign in Darwin Nunez."
I mean,
it's looking like those people who were cautious about Darwin Nunez when he was at Benfica and when he was touted for a big money move were right, because he'd had only that one very good season at Benfica, and some people were skeptical. Like,
so yeah, as in definitely, I hear you 100%. The guy,
he's looking like a
but the
fraud.
facts are like, he got the assist yesterday for Salah's goal. That's another RG, and this is his first season in England, as difficult as we know that is, and he's a very young player. His first season in England. He only had one season in Europe before, so yes, this has come very fast for him, and I feel like there's still potentially a player in there. How lethal that player will be, I don't know, because he looks very wasteful. Merry Christmas, people. We're back on Sangaloo. 2 days till Christmas, but more importantly, club football is back.
Right.
So they give us just a little teaser with the Caraboa Cup, the big leagues, and back here. And yeah, there's some good games.
Yeah, definitely lots of good games over the past, I think, 2 days, yesterday and the day before yesterday. And yeah, Haaland did not waste any time in letting us know the World Cup break is over. I'm here to stake my claim.
I'm here to bag again.
Right?
My boy Mo Salah, 2 bags. These are 2 people that if you include Benzema, they're probably the 2 most informed goal scorers that would have been missing out from the World Cup so bad.
I feel like you just wanted to take a win out of like your
we're
boy.
Talking about we're back at the World Cup now. Salah is one of the players that would have been great.
Right, true, Sha. We actually did miss Mo Salah in the
Arab
World
player,
Cup.
the best Arab player in the Arab World Cup.
Facts,
the
though.
fanfare would have
Facts.
been crazy for Mo Salah.
True that.
So yeah, it's good. Well, a very good game to come back to. A very exciting 3-2 game.
Yep.
Shout out Man City for doing the business. Haaland, so she's Kevin De Bruyne though. He was exceptional. Like, he remembered who he is all of a sudden.
I feel like
Haaland, I know the same.
I feel like that game, the Man City versus Liverpool game, just really put things into perspective for like how bad it was with Belgium, right? We heard stuff that happened, right? We heard, some players were not talking to each other. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne was team manager at Belgium. He was literally not on speaking terms with Thibaut Courtois, who would have been your the second choice captain or third choice captain. So it was really bad at Belgium. It feels like, okay, he's back home in England and with Manchester City, and it was like a breath of fresh air. Completely different performance from what we saw from De Bruyne throughout the World Cup. And of course,
that game also highlighted to me just how strong this City side is. Like, it was late into the game and they were bigging on Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. Like, the riches that City have is crazy, and it looks like this season this could be a year for Man City.
Yeah, it was also interesting to me the fact that, well, to be honest, many of their players that went to the World Cup, if you did not know, Manchester City had the highest number of players that went to the World Cup. That's one. But many of the players that actually went to the World Cup crashed out in the earlier stages. So they had enough time to come back, and play.
It makes you wonder, do they need Pep to hold their hands as City boys they perform?
I mean, it just is what it is with the Manchester City squad and with Pep. It's just a different ballgame entirely. So they had a very, very solid team going into that. Liverpool had lots of players, not even Manchester United too.
I taught my kids a serious lesson, like my young Spanish boy, Bajetic.
Right.
He's all world-class midfielders, and he's going to go home and remember. I think in your career, you probably have those games where you're playing like, these men are serious, and there's a reason why Gundogan is a World Cup winner. You ran the boy ragged.
Facts.
But yeah, shout out Gundogan, very elite performance.
Yeah,
and Rodri too. City are just too good. Look how good they all looked.
They are very good, but
it's automatic. Let's not pinging around the pitch.
Let's not lie. It is still a beatable team, right?
The
kinds of goals they conceded, even against Liverpool, especially yesterday.
And you have to see the chances that they gave up. Darwin Nunez could have scored a hat-trick. So
exactly.
If we had Diego Jota, we probably
exactly. It was not just about the goals they conceded. The quality of chances that they conceded. So those are
throw on goal 3 times and dragged it all 3 times. Weaker foot, but wow, that guy is too funny.
It's scary. It's scary for Liverpool. And I saw a tweet from a Manchester United fan saying, "Thank God Liverpool beat us to sign in Darwin Nunez." I mean, it's looking like those people who were cautious about Darwin Nunez when he was at Benfica and when he was touted for a big money move were right, because he'd had only that one very good season at Benfica, and some people were skeptical. Like,
so yeah, as in definitely, I hear you 100%. The guy.
He's looking like
but
he's a fraud.
The facts are like, he got the assist yesterday for Salah's goal. That's another RG, and this is his first season in England, as difficult as we know that is, and he's a very young player. His first season in England. He only had one season in Europe before. So yes, this has come very fast for him. And I feel like there's still potentially a player in there. How lethal that player will be, I don't know, because he looks very wasteful. But I feel like there are a lot of players who have been at the top level and been wasteful. So like you have a Lukaku where he might let you down, but he's going to score so many goals because he's always involved in everything. So now at this stage in the season, he has 9 goals in all competition. That's as many goals as Marcus Rashford, who is having his resurgence season. That's almost twice as many as, I believe Gabriel Jesus only has 5 goals in all competitions. Almost twice as many as Gabriel Jesus. So the guy's a clown, no doubt. Watching him every 90 minutes, it's just chaos. You don't know what he's going to do. Every time he gets the ball, anything can happen. But I feel like football. Over the course of a season, he's just going to score enough goals. So he's going to finish this season with 20 goals in his first season in England.
I doubt that's going to happen. But officially, we at Sangaloo are placing Darwin Nunez on fraud watch. Stamped.
I'm placing Darwin Nunez on 20 goals, all competitions.
On fraud watch.
No, actually, I'll do you one better. I'm saying Darwin Nunez is going to score more goals than Marcus Rashford this season.
Congratulations to you on that.
Can we take that
but,
bet?
But let's really talk about the actual. Let's talk about the actual games
that happened.
Let's talk about the actual games that happened, right? Brighton and Hove Albion were the only team from the Premier League in the last in the last round to lose out, and Are we seeing a situation whereby
the Prem is strong?
It's just too strong.
Like the Prem is stronger than the Prem even makes the other European leagues look weak sometimes.
It's way too strong.
Premier League clubs we've seen 2 All Premier League Champions League finals in the last 5 years. So and Liverpool have gone to how many? So almost every Champions League final in the last 5 years has had the Premier League side. So why would these League One teams be competing?
It's too strong, and it's crazy to see because we've had Newcastle look like a very solid team this season. They are there. Leicester City, somewhat resurgent in the league. They are in the last 8. Nottingham Forest, with the number of signings that they had.
The Prem teams only go out when they play each other. So yeah, this is very rare to see Charlton progress, and then now they have on the tougher sides to play. So the journey is probably over there. But shout out to them.
And unfortunately, they will be playing in Old Trafford. So it's a very, 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 very difficult fixture for them.
Other matches that took place 2 days ago, Manchester United played Burnley in another of those Premier League games. I didn't actually catch that game.
Manchester United versus Burnley, that was one of the also good sides in the Premier League against out and out the best side in the Championship. Burnley have played very well in the Championship with Vincent Kompany and Craig Bellamy. Learning basically from Pep Guardiola's playbook. Burnley are a very, very good side with the possession, with the ball, which is very strange to see. Exactly. But the Burnley of this season has been very good with the ball. They showed themselves very solid, of course, against Manchester United. But you know what it is? This is Manchester United, it's a side that has way more quality, individually than Burnley. But Manchester United, interestingly, for me, as a Manchester United fan, it was a very interesting game to see. We had Casemiro playing in centre back. Varane, Maguire, Martinez are not ready to feature yet. So we had a very, very, very different backline from what you'd have expected. And they did pretty okay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka came into the game. He started. He gave a massive assist. Martin Dubravka, his first start for Manchester United, he was in goal. A couple of good moments, but lots of shaky moments as well. He was good with his feet. And we did have Tyrone Malacia, playing left back too. So yeah, it was very interesting to see, but Casemiro did really well in centre back.
Shout out to the players out there, but there's a player I'm thinking about, Jadon Sancho. Where is Jadon Sancho?
So Jadon Sancho is going through an intensive training period. Just this morning, I saw a clip of Jadon Sancho at Borussia Dortmund playing against Barcelona. And it is very, very clear to see. It is night and day. He is a completely different player. There definitely is something going on with the player. Probably some mental issues.
I think the club might be covering something up. And I'm wondering, is it... Because you hear all these conspiracy theories about when players are going through mental stuff, maybe they won't and then sometimes maybe they have other problems, players that have drinking problems, low-key, or I don't know, other substances, and so the club tries to remove them from the spotlight, so at least they're not really getting tested and all that until they can get themselves right. Because it just seems very suspicious, he sent me away from the training camp, something has to be going on.
Okay,
whether it's family related or...
Yeah, it is not impossible, and it is also not unlikely. It is likely that there's more to to it. It's beyond, because this is Jadon Sancho. who commanded like a £70 million fee, one of the brightest, young players for England, and Gareth Southgate does not even want to touch him with a 7-foot pole. So there definitely is something going on with the player.
Southgate, that was a crazy man. That was a separate.
That's exactly the point.
Because when he was born, Southgate
didn't want to use it. True that. But I feel like again, Erik ten Hag is handling the situation perfectly. Yeah. He sent him to Netherlands. He actually sent him to Netherlands to go and train with with coaches that Ten Hag himself trusts. Right, so that's positive. Let's just see how he comes back.
So that makes me feel like it's not a. Ten Hag doesn't have beef with him. He likes
definitely not beef.
So that means there's something
He came out to say that they had a conversation and he felt like he needed to go somewhere, clear his head, and do some in-depth,
so
some
wait,
proper
another
training.
question: is he on fraud watch or is he officially a fraud?
So I would not say he's on fraud watch because he's had his bad first season.
He's a fraud.
He's not a fraud. He's obviously not a fraud.
So what is he?
No, it's different. Like, cause
he hits or he miss.
You can't say that just yet. He's not had. It's just 2 seasons, bro.
So
calm down. And not even 2 complete seasons, 1.5.
Okay, so it's too soon to speak on him, but it's not too soon to speak on Darwin.
It's not too soon to speak on Darwin Nunez.
That's Burnley goals than Sancho combined.
It is not too soon. It's not too soon to speak on Darwin Nunez.
But it's too soon to speak on Sancho.
Officially on fraud watch.
Okay.
Jadon Sancho obviously is having, you can't shit on the player.
I said it some time ago that. Man, let me not push my agenda. I'm not an agenda guy.
No, you obviously are. You obviously are. And what's interesting is that our viewers know, so they won't be surprised. They won't be surprised when you drop your agenda.
It's like this now. I Ronaldo P. I'm calm.
But yeah, Manchester United did have a good game against Burnley. Rashford, massive goal. 2-0 against Burnley. And yeah, good to see.
Shout out you. So yeah, the quarter-final draw is out. United play against Charlton. They should probably win that game. City versus Southampton. City will probably win that game, but they'll probably win that game. Let's not kid ourselves. Nottingham Forest versus Wolves is a game that you don't really know what's going to happen in that game.
Yeah.
That could be one of the most exciting times yet.
Yes, so I feel like Nottingham Forest's manager just needs to understand what he's trying to do with his attack, especially. He should allow Taiwo Awoniyi play as his out-and-out 9. They've struggled for goals, they've struggled for creativity, and of course, they signed no less than like 14 players. So there's that issue with all the players bedding in properly. But I feel like that's something that you need. If you have your out-and-out 9 and you have him playing and just build around that and things will start to work instead of building different aspects of the game. So he scored beautiful goals in their preseason, in their winter break. Okay. He scored against, I think, Villarreal, or was it Villarreal or Valencia? He scored. And then also, last night, he scored a very, very good goal too. So just allow him play, stop rotating him, allow him play, build around him, let him score you those goals that will, that will get you out of relegation.
Should get to you quickly because the Premier League is on for you.
I feel like he has to
come back.
He has to.
But the fourth quarter final, which I think is a very big game, very exciting game, Newcastle versus
Leicester City.
That could go either way. Newcastle, it would be impressive to see if they can win a trophy already in like the first season of this rebuild. That would be extremely scary hours. Leicester should prove decent position for that game. Yeah,
definitely Leicester will prove decent opposition. Remember a number of episodes ago, we were talking about Brendan Rodgers probably losing his job. I remember talking about it and we were like, before the end of this episode, he's probably going to lose his job. But yeah, Brendan Rodgers has found a way to, to get that squad ticking. Definitely. He has found a way to get the squad ticking and, his good players are coming up trumps for him in difficult moments. And yeah, it's just unfortunate to see that Kelechi Iheanacho is not grabbing the opportunities he's getting by the
Is he on the bench? Is it?
He was on the bench and he came on and he did not really do well. Just, the same way Iheanacho just misses and just poor controls and stuff like that.
When it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good.
He looks really bad.
When it does look good. Because he's a goal scorer, man. As he means to just get him on the top end.
Yes, but
the finisher.
He's not taking his chances, I would say. And yeah, it's just unfortunate to see.
Yeah, we hope he gets it together soon enough. So those are the quarter-final games. Let us know your thoughts, predictions. Yes. And yeah, anything else you think we should look out for in that game. Remember, Fancy Premier League is back. You can make unlimited transfers. Maybe you've seen some things at the World Cup you want to change. Maybe players won't be back. Don't forget to do that.
I feel like that's something we should talk about. I feel like that's something, what kinds of transfers will you be making now?
I mean, I looked at my team and there weren't really too many changes I feel needed to be made. Obviously, I'm going to keep in Haaland, but one thing I did do was find a way to get De Bruyne into my team as well. So I have De Bruyne, Salah, Haaland, and Darwin Nunez. I have 3 most premium players in 12.7 and I found a way to make it work, shoehorning it. I guess as the season progresses, you see cheaper defenders that you might be able to use. Someone that looked like will never get minutes and is at 4M now because the way the season has progressed, he has to get games now. So yeah, definitely look at your team and try and rebuild the whole team if you can.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, of course, with how Kevin De Bruyne played yesterday,
Yeah, it's looking like a great decision.
It's looking like you definitely have to have him. I've had him, from time, and he's definitely not leaving. Erling Haaland as well. I've had him from time too. He's not leaving. But one player that I'm sure many managers will be selling is Ivan Toney. He has come good over the past couple of months, but with the betting scandal,
they found another 20 or something.
So he's very likely to be banned for a long
bets
time.
more than Ivan Toney.
So definitely one you should be looking at selling out. And I feel like you should also look at investing more in your midfield and attack. We're not having defenders, score high points as it was in past
Trent
previous
isn't
seasons.
going off like all the Trent,
Exactly.
Robinson going off. Cancelo can
Exactly.
maybe. James is injured again. Chilwell is injured, I believe. So yeah,
Exactly.
the premium defenders.
So those premium defenders that will bag you those points.
The centre backs are performing now, and they're not really going to give you those.
Exactly. So that's definitely the tip that we'll be leaving you guys with. Invest heavily in your attack and in your midfield. The defense you can free up funds to invest in your midfield and in your attack.
So that's an episode. Thank you for rocking with us once again. We're with you for the second half of the season. Hopefully it's like a new season for some of us. So it's been a terrible first half of the season. Let us know your predictions in the comment section and your prediction for the second half of the season, really. Peace. Merry Christmas.